Hey, do you have acne? Do you feel like you've tried every over-the-counter medicine, every prescription, every home remedy? You've changed your diet. You only wash your face with white wash rags, slept on satin pillows, and you still have acne? If so, I believe that I found my cure, and it might possibly be your cure. Stay tuned, please. Thank you so much for watching. This is Jalen with What Jay Say. And if you are a new viewer, thank you so much for stopping. I hope you enjoy. If you do, please be sure to subscribe. And for my return subscribers, thank you so much for your support. I truly, truly do appreciate you. And be sure to hit the notification bell so you'll be first to know about my videos. So today, again, is going to be totally different than what I normally post, but this is something I personally am suffering with, and that is acne. This will be a lengthy video, but I promise you, I am going to go into so much detail about this medication that a lot of these videos have yet to actually talk about, okay? So I'm gonna give you the raw, nitty gritty, all around, so ditty bitty bitty bitty. So anywho, we'll go into what Google says what acne is. And excuse me, I got this information from Mayo Clinic. Acne is a skin condition that occurs when the hair follicle becomes plugged with oil and dead skin cells. It often causes whiteheads, blackheads, and pimples, and this usually appears on the face, forehead, chest, upper back, and shoulders. Most common in teenagers, even though people of all ages can be affected by it. Hence me. Okay, so I start experiencing acne between the ages of 10 and 12. I'm not sure exactly. I'm not going to go into my long sad story. I was very self-conscious of my skin. I have lighter skin, so when my pimples would come, they'd be bright red with a pus pimp on top. So I legit had a pizza pie face. When I was younger, I had a lot of acne here. As I got older, I had a lot of hormonal acne here on the jawline, and then here in my 30s, I just had acne everywhere. I did get an occasional bump or so on my back, but not as much as it was basically on my face. So anywho, so we'll get right into it. I don't want to like delay you guys. I'm going to speak to you about Accutane. Now, before I started Accutane, I did watch several videos on here, and a lot of them just kind of glossed over a lot of things or didn't speak about how Accutane actually works. So I want to go into the details, because this is not just a prescription that you take the pill and you go about your day. There's a process to this, and it is serious, okay? And really serious for female patients that would be taking this medication. So you go to your dermatologist. You cannot get this over the counter. You cannot call it in. You have to actually go to your dermatologist, okay? That's one thing. So you go to your dermatologist, and your dermatologist has to be able to look at you and determine if you could be a potential candidate to take Accutane. It's not something that everybody can go in and just get. That's something that a lot of people don't talk about. You can't just go get it. So I go to my dermatologist. He says, okay, you could potentially be a candidate, but first, we're gonna have to send you to go get blood work. So you have to go get blood drawn, and they have to check your liver function. I don't know if it's maybe your kidney, but I know for a fact it's your liver function, and to make sure that I was not pregnant, okay? Because this medication has very, very, very serious birth defects should someone be taking this and become pregnant, okay? So boom, my my labs come back, they call me back in, and then they explain to me the importance and seriousness of Accutane. No game, no jokes, it's really serious, and you have to be determined and dedicated because it is a process, okay? So Accutane, how this works, they stress constantly, if you're female, don't get pregnant, don't get pregnant, don't get pregnant. It's all over the medication and everything. So basically how it goes, you go to your doctor, they will send you to go get blood work. So the following month, I did it the first time. Now my first month in the program, I had to go get blood work again, come see them again, and confirm the results. And I'm sorry if I keep looking at myself, y'all. They confirm your results. If your results negative for pregnancy, good liver function, then they will send you a link to set up an account on iPledge, this website, right? And then you have to answer these questions. I think it's 10, 12, maybe even 20 questions, and they vary each month because you do have to answer these questions. Oh, and I forgot to mention, oh my gosh. So when you get approved for this program, if you are a female, you have to use 2 methods of birth control. And if you're a man, you need to make sure that whoever you're sleeping with, should they be a female, that they need to use birth control, as long with you as a male needing to use a condom. But for women, you have to use 2 methods of birth control, and it has to be like your doctor has to know about it. I use the IUD and then the male latex condom. When you answer those questions on the iPledge website, it will ask you what method of birth control have you been using. You have to have a primary and then a secondary, because they're doing all these extra steps to make sure that you do not get pregnant. So you go to the doctor, you get blood drawn, go to the doctor, everything checked out with your blood drawing, your appointment, then they unlock the questions, then you go online and you're supposed to answer these questions. And after you answer these questions correctly, I have answered a couple of them incorrectly a few different months, but maybe I didn't answer enough incorrectly and it let me pass. And then once those questions are answered correctly, then it unlocks the ability for the pharmacy to then prescribe the medication. Okay, that's a long process, right? That's not like your normal call it in, hey, can you refill my script? Like, yeah, you got more refills, I'll send you another one in. It's not that easy. If you were someone like me, my insurance did not cover it. We did not meet our deductible, so it was basically out of pocket. Luckily, we had money saved up in our HSA or health savings account, and we used that money to actually cover the prescription. So every month, the pharmacy would call, confirm payment. And I'm not sure if this happens for everyone, but my prescription always came through the mail pharmacy. It wasn't something that I went and picked up at a regular pharmacy. It was always mailed to me. And when they mail it, it's usually like next day, like legit. One time I even talked to the pharmacy at like 3 in the afternoon and they said it'll be there tomorrow, and it was at 10:30. I was like, damn, that's quick. But anywho, have any of you guys ever taken Accutane? If you have, please be sure to comment below. Let me know what your experiences were. What side effects did you have? Do you feel like it's worth it? How long was it since you've taken Accutane? Do you like see a good change, bad change? Do you think it's working for you? And also, throughout this video, I will be posting pictures and letting you know what it's really like taking Accutane, and then you be the one to determine if you're willing to actually go through the process. So let's talk about what Accutane is. So I got this from a website. Again, I am not a doctor, nurse, anything of that sort. I got this from Google. You can Google it as well. The website was AOCD. It's some like dermatology college online, and it says that Accutane is a derivative of vitamin A, and you should not take vitamin A while taking Accutane. That wasn't something that I had to worry about. I don't take vitamin A. I do take vitamin D, but yeah, I didn't have to worry about that. So the definition for the Accutane, it says that it's a powerful drug used for treatment of acne. Typically 4 to 5 months of Accutane treatment leads to clearing of acne. This potent medication is very effective for nearly all acne types and breakouts. Accutane cures, and on the website they did quotations, cures about half of those with acne. The usual patient takes it for 4 to 6 months, but some may need to retake or need more medication, meaning they take it for another 6 months. And I believe they make them stop for a month and then start it back up. Hopefully I'm not one of those people. I don't feel like that'll be me. But yeah, so anyways, I watched a lot of these videos online, and a lot of them just glossed over a lot of the symptoms, a lot of the side effects. And I feel like that's something like you guys really need to know about, like before you decide to dive into this, like, because just reading something that says dry skin, dry lips, irritated eyes, this and that and this and that, if you just say something like that, then people are like, oh, okay, I mean, that doesn't sound too bad. No, it's way more intense than just a little dry lip, a little dry skin, a little irritation here and there. It's serious. For me, it was real serious. So from that same website, for the symptoms, the side effects. The side effects of this medication, it says 90% experience chapped lips. I'm gonna go ahead and post a picture. Excuse me if this is raw to whatever, but I apologize. I'm gonna let y'all know. That chapped lip thing is intense. I have never had chapped lips to this degree. And I've been a child playing outside with no chapstick in the middle of winter, and my lips have never got to this degree. My lips were so chapped, like it felt like I needed to exfoliate and wipe off all the dead skin off my lips at least twice a day. Twice a day. And then when you would do it, then your lips would be all raw and bright. It's ridiculous. So what I did to combat my chapped lips, I made sure that I constantly, like when I'm in the shower, I use a rag and I wipe off as much without applying too much pressure. I wipe off all the dead skin. And then when I get out, I'm slapping on a ton of Vaseline. Like my lips are crazy, shiny, unnecessarily. Vaseline. I also use Aquaphor. Can you see that? I constantly have that on me as well. I constantly have that on me. I'm using Carmex, Vaseline. It's intense. The chapped lip thing is crazy intense. Like your lips ache and burn, like feel like wind burn if you don't have something on them. Like you're constantly like a geeker. Something else, I don't know if you guys can even tell, but since your skin is so dry, which dry skin and itching affects about 80% of people, and hopefully I have like a picture that shows you what the dry skin looks like on me per se. But since your skin is so dry, it's trying to overcompensate, so you tend to sweat a little bit more, trying to add moisture to your skin. So I've experienced my nose and my lip around my mouth and everything sweat a lot. Like it'll look like I just got done like working out. It'll just be dripping with sweat all over my face, and I'm constantly having to like do this to my face. And these areas tend to dry out the most. It sweats the most and dries out the most, maybe because I'm constantly wiping at it, so I'm wiping off all the lotion. I don't know, but just so you know. Hopefully I got some pictures to post of that. 80% experience dry nose and nosebleeds. Luckily, and I pray I don't get one, I have not had a nosebleed, but I have had very dry nose where I'm constantly picking and peeling. And you would think it's just excess like boogers or something, but it's not boogers. It's like a whole bunch of dead skin, like the whole inside of your nose. Like you could just peel the whole thing out, and then your nose would be all like raw and it feels like it's burning. My dermatologist did say that to combat that, you could put like a little Vaseline or something like in your nose to kind of make you feel a little bit better, and add something in there to prevent it from constantly peeling. That is something I definitely experienced. Don't believe I have a picture of that one, sorry. Irritation to the eyelids and the eyes. I have experienced that, and it says about 40% experience issues with their eyes. The rims of my eyes are constantly itching, and I had a total of 3 styes in my eye, and that is just constantly from the irritation and the skin peeling, just new skin coming about with your eyes, and it caused a stye. They were not intense styes. I do believe I may have a picture of the one time that I got a stye. They were just like kind of just little red spots on the rims of my eye. I've had a really bad stye, and this was not considered a bad stye at all. But just so you know, 40% experienced that, and I was one of those. Did you guys experience any issues with eye irritation? If so, like, let me know down in the comments, okay? 7% experience a rash. Now, at the very beginning, I think I'm that one. Again, hopefully I posted some pictures. 5% experience urinary symptoms. So I can or cannot say that I've experienced this. Now that I'm on my very last month of using Accutane, I have had a battle of these symptoms of a UTI, and every time I go to the doctor, they're saying you do not have a UTI, but I'm having the symptom. And the main symptom that I'm having is that discomfort when I urinate. And that discomfort, for you guys that may or may not know, it's just like uncomfortable when you pee. Like normally when you pee, it don't feel like nothing, it just feel like you pee, but it's like a discomforting sensation that you have once you pee. I don't have any other UTI symptoms except for that discomfort when I pee, so that may be a symptom that I'm experiencing from the Accutane, because that is something that I am constantly taking. So not really sure, thought I'll let you guys know. 5% experience headaches. I didn't have an increase of headaches. I do suffer from headaches quite often, so I can or cannot say that it's from the Accutane, probably not. 5% experience increased sensitivity to sun. And I'm actually surprised that this is only 5%, because you would just think that it would just be a higher percentage. I don't know how it wouldn't cause any sensitivity to sun, all this stuff that it's doing to your skin. But I definitely did experience hypersensitivity to sun. When I went to Florida, my face was ready to burn as soon as I stepped outside, so I had to continue to slap on sunscreen. I did make sure that I put on sunscreen a lot at the beginning. After probably the first couple of months, I did slack off, and the only time I used it was when I went on vacation. The sunscreen that I used is called Black Girl Sunscreen. You can get this at Target, or you can get it directly at their website. It is the bomb. And when we went to Florida, since it was a lot more sunny than it is where I am in the the Midwest or whatever, I did use the Black Girl Sunscreen for kids because it's 50% SPF. So I used this one instead, and it works perfectly, and it was very moisturizing for my very dry skin. Also wanted to add something in that my dermatologist mentioned, that it was really good that I was starting to use Accutane in the summer months, in the warmer months, because it's just warmer. You're already sweating and things like that. You're less likely to experience dryness because of the season that you're currently in. If I were to start this in the wintertime, I imagine everything would be that much more amplified. But now that I'm ending and in winter, so it works out perfectly for me. 1% experience a decrease in night vision. This could or could not be from this medication. My eyesight had already been taken from me once I gave birth to my son 4 years ago. In night vision has been something that has gradually gotten worse, and I can or cannot confirm if it's because of the medication. So keep that in mind if you got crappy eyes like me. And lastly, 1% have experienced symptoms of depression and thoughts of suicide. I personally have not experienced those thoughts or feelings. I do suffer personally from seasonal depression as well, and anxiety, but I don't believe anything was amplified or experienced during using Accutane. Okay, again, I'm on my last month, and I just want to continue to post some pictures to kind of let you guys know and kind of see where I came from and where I am now with the Accutane. If I haven't already expressed this, I love Accutane. I felt like it's really, really helped me. Initially, when I first started using Accutane, the first month, it felt like it was drying everything from the inside of my face out. It felt like it was almost pushing out the acne, because I had very bad blackheads in my T-zone, and on the first month 2, I could literally barely put my finger above my nose, and I could feel every single blackhead. Like it was just, they were just poking out, and I could just take Q-tips and just pluck them out, and they were hard and white. They were just drying them out, and every time I would get a pimple, it would come up and it would be it would dry up within a day of it popping up. And then gradually over time, I had less and less. I want to give you guys a close look here. While I have nothing on my face, and my face is not perfect, it is way better. I was paying out of pocket, and I was using our health savings or HSA account, and brace yourself, it was a little over $200 a month that I was spending for these 6 months. So yeah, I felt like it was a good investment so far. I don't believe that I would take this back. I don't regret it as of now. I would recommend this medication to those who have tried everything under the sun, and you feel like you just cannot get away from this acne and these breakouts. I would recommend to give it a try. Again, how it mentioned that it usually cures, meaning you won't have to deal with acne again in your life, except for an occasional breakout here and there. If you're sick and tired of like dealing with freaking acne all the time, and you're like me and you're in your 30s and you have not grown out of it, I would give Accutane a try. I want to show you guys like what the prescription like looks like. Again, mine's always came from a mail-in pharmacy. This is what it looks like. That it comes in this box, and then you get like 3 of these little packets, and I believe mine is the generic. I think this is the generic of the medication. But something that it always points out on this medication is this: if you're female, do not get pregnant. If you're female, do not get pregnant. It causes very serious birth defects, and it gives a little diagram while using this medication. Should you ever get pregnant while using Accutane, you have to stop. Do not share this medication with other people, because there's reasons why that people have to get the blood work and everything done. You can't just be sharing this with people. What if you share it with somebody that doesn't have a healthy liver and they don't even know? It's dangerous. Don't be just sharing your medicine. If you're pregnant or think you might be pregnant, please stop taking the medicine. Hey guys, sorry about it ending that way. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but please leave your comments, questions, concerns in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.